SCP-1870. Object Class Euclid. Due to its location, containment of SCP-1870 requires only minimal on-site supervision to keep its anomalous activity confined. On-site personnel are tasked with interviewing and documenting behavior of the entities housed within SCP-1870. Update. Per O5 directive, no further personnel are allowed to access SCP-1870. Entrances to the site have been sealed and radio broadcasts from the site have been disabled. Any other communications received from within SCP-1870 are to be immediately deleted with no records kept. Description: SCP-1870 is an underground complex located in superficially built for the containment and transfer of anomalous objects. Records recovered from 1870 indicate a relationship with the Foundation, although the Foundation has no records of any such facility prior to the discovery and containment of SCP-1870 itself. The anomalous properties of SCP-1870 are inherent to the location itself and its inhabitants. Most of the objects contained within SCP-1870 are not anomalous, despite extensive on-site records which claim otherwise. SCP-1870 is populated by 6 to 10 humanoid entities which share the following characteristics: constantly changing facial features, often in drastic manners which are not aligned with any standard bilateral symmetry. An understanding of Foundation policy and history that, while incorrect, is detailed enough to present a serious security issue. They possess detailed knowledge of several contained objects and entities. An outer epidermis that resembles elaborate but functionless tactical gear. While some portions of this epidermis can be removed, doing so impromptu causes great pain or distress to the entity. An obsession with improvised weaponry such as gardening implements and power tools, most of which are tactically useless. While the entities often exhibit individual traits, a detailed accounting of their numbers or precise origins have proved impossible to keep. Even under direct observation, the number of entities within a closed room will change, and some entities have been observed in multiple locations simultaneously. Due to the fluid nature of SCP-1870 entities, no permanent designation have been set to distinguish them. Entities spend their time in training exercises and performing experiments with non-anomalous objects stored on site. Examples of these non-anomalous objects stored within 1870 are a gallery of poorly stuffed and mounted wildlife. Detailed records are kept on each specimen, outlining a mission in which these animals were captured and contained, although the dates on the records do not match the confirmed age of these specimens. 17 vintage television sets. Excerpts from an unpublished book on home improvement, author unknown. A box of fluorescent light bulbs. Living quarters for Dr. Steampunk, an inanimate suit of 17th century ceremonial plate armor with brass cogs welded across its surface. A pinball machine with erroneous records describing it as a Roman-era video game console. A credenza-mounted record player. 27 copies of a compilation album titled Greatest Party Jams 1990 on compact disc. A box of pamphlets titled How to Keep Your Facial Features Properly Arranged. Experiment records claim that the subjects who read the pamphlets are capable of altering their facial features at will, but only while in possession of a pamphlet. The pamphlet do not possess any anomalous properties at all, and appear to be unrelated to the nature of SCP-1870 entities. An example copy is kept in a file room EA2. Update. Records in our file room EA2 were damaged by an environmental control failure. The example copy was not recovered. What follows is an excerpt from an interview, 1870 E4, conducted by E-Class agents D and A. Please state your name. Agent Redacted. Your name is Redacted. Yeah, Agent Redacted. Why are you carrying a power drill? For luck. I once took out 50 SCP with it. Those records on SCP are sealed, but can you tell us about them? The answer was confirmed, correct, by 05. However, there have been no SCP outbreaks for the last 50 years. Addendum. The original personal files for Agent and Agent have been lost due to clerical errors and local database corruption. It's not known when they returned from SCP-1870 or where they were later assigned. Now you might wonder, does this connect to anything? Is the identity of this SCP revealed in some other entry? No. No, it does not. But I enjoyed it anyway. I recently upgraded my computer and installed new software, and I wanted to rearrange the assets properly for future, more elaborate videos. If you enjoy the SCP stories, you might also enjoy our own short story collection, The Association of Ishtar. And with that said, enjoy your Halloween.